Hi, I'm Stephen Rothberg. I'm the founder of College Recruiter Job Search Site, where we believe that every student and recent graduate deserves a great career and that it should be easy and inexpensive for employers to hire them. I am joined today by our company president and chief operating officer, Brad Boggs. Brad, I understand that we have a new feature that is in its early days that you wanted to share with some viewers.
Yeah, excited. Just launched a new chatbot experience last week. We'd love the feedback from any viewers as we go through this. So I'll share my screen in a second, but we created this experience for two main reasons. If you're interested in pay per application job advertising, which helps remove the risk of paying for really low quality traffic or poorly converting candidate traffic, or perhaps you're just curious about what does it cost in 2024 to deliver enough applicants to meet my specific hiring goals. We created this chatbot experience to help answer those questions for you and really to sort of demystify performance-based job advertising. So if you can click to share my screen now,
Sure.
we'll walk through it. If you land at collegerecruiter.com and you're on the employers page or another page, you'll see this chatbot in the lower right-hand corner, or it's now linked from the nav in the pricing. So I'm going to click there, and you're seeing my screen, right?
Yeah. How many people do you need to hire?
Exactly. So we
I
start
hope
there. What
I kind of hope we aren't going to hire 100 in
we're
right
growing,
away.
we're scaling. So this is for the employers. How many people do
Yeah.
you need to hire? This is a sliding scale, right? Lower end 10 up to thousands. Let's say I need to hire roughly 100 people,
Okay.
and I need them really quickly. I'm hiring at scale. I need these 100 people in the next 6 months. We're
Sure.
growing, we're scaling operations. How many applications do you typically receive for each person you hire into these roles, right? Are you able to hire 1 in 10 applicants? Is it more like 1 in 25, 1 in 50, more like 1 in 100, right? Depends really on your application process. Is it a 12-page process? Is it a simple 1-page process? In this case, I'm going to say I'm able to hire 1 in 25 people.
And that's pretty normal across all employers, all jobs, all job boards. 1 in 25 is a pretty normal number.
Right. What is the primary job function you're hiring for? This is an alphabetical list with the major job functions. Let's say I'm in healthcare. I'm trying to hire nurses.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to click healthcare. Now enter your name and email address. We'll email you the results that we'll now show you on page below. So I'm just going to click continue. My details are already there. So below are your results. College Recruiter, as you mentioned, believes every student and recent grad deserves a great career, but we also believe hiring early career candidates should be simple and cost effective, and that's what this is all about. So I encourage you to talk with our team. If you're spending more on fewer low quality applicants than we'll be showing you now below, we'll show you plans of how we can deliver the applicants to you on a cost per click, cost per application, or simply on a duration basis, right? And you can click to schedule a demo with our team anytime. It will likely take you 2,500 applicants to hire 100 people over the next 6 months. That's based on how I answered, I hire 1 in 25 applicants, right? Now, the average cost per application in healthcare across all roles on average ranges from $36 to $54. I believe the average is right at $42 per application.
And that's
Okay.
not just a College Recruiter number, right? That's
Right.
industry average. Again, all
Exactly.
employers, all okay. Yep.
Right. So this is largely based on the 2024 AppCast recruitment benchmark report across millions and millions of applications and employer ad spend. We compare their metrics with what we see on College Recruiter and then produce the averages for you to make it super simple.
Cool.
Okay. We also want to provide context. If you were to go on campus or attend a lot of job fairs, based on stats, your cost per hire is very likely around $6,000 and takes months of planning, right? So we want to show you a way to get there quicker at a lower cost. In this case, my effective cost per hire is going to be more like $1,100. Okay.
And Brad, the $6,000, that might sound high to some employers, but that includes the cost of travel and the staff time to fly people out, go to 5, 20, 50, whatever campuses. It's one of the reasons why online is so much less expensive.
Right, exactly right. And it's great to meet candidates in person, obviously, but complement that with a really good digital strategy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's, in summary, everything you're looking at. To hire 100 people, we recommend producing 2,500 applicants at an effective cost per application, $36 to $54. That can be achieved with a monthly budget, in this case of roughly $17,000 to $21,000 for that 6-month time period in which you need to hire 100 people, right? And all told, that gives you an effective cost per hire of just over $1,100. So contact us to get started with that, or we'll show you below popular 3-month, 6-month, and 12-month options, good, better, best options, right? You choose the budget. We agree on the cost per application that works for you, again, based on industry data. And we'll never charge you more than your cost per application that we agreed on. Now, one thing I do want to mention, obviously, these are benchmarks, right? You might be buying CPC traffic from Indeed or other sources. You might be spending more on average because of where you live, how difficult it is to hire for your roles, or to drive enough applicants for your roles. Perhaps you have a 12-page ATS process. So your costs can go up and down. We're just showing you the averages. But if you want to lock in a specific cost per application, you do have to opt to work with vendors who can work on a CPA basis, right? Who have the technology set up to be able to offer you CPA. College Recruiter does. We can work with you on a cost per application basis where you lock in a specific rate. So important to note.
Yeah, and so we have some customers, not many, but we have some customers they're still buying on a traditional duration basis, right. X dollars for Y months, something along those lines, or cost per click.
Right.
And that can just be flat for all their jobs, $1 per click or whatever it might be. Or it can be variable. This healthcare job is $1.20. This customer service job is 72 cents per click.
Right.
With a click being the candidate goes to their ATS.
Right. Yeah, exactly right. So we can work directly with employers on that basis, or we can work with their recruitment ad agency, for instance, to get job level bidding for individual jobs, CPC or CPA, right?
Mm-hmm. You know what? One of the things I love about this is conversations that I've had over the years. I know you do, on a regular basis. Other members of our team do too. Is that a lot of times employers, the people that we're talking with, whether it's like somebody in talent acquisition or their ad agency or an RPO or somebody, they need to know, what kind of budget they need in order to accomplish their hiring goals. Whether all of that budget is coming to us, whether it's going to be divided amongst 10 vendors, whatever, sometimes they're being tasked with something really new. I've never hired more than 3 customer service people a month.
Right.
Now I need to hire 50.
Mm-hmm.
What resources do I need for that? They can use this for that.
Yeah, exactly right. It'll help put a plan in place for you, how you're going to achieve your hiring goal. You decide where you want to spend the budget, but based on what other employers are spending for hiring the same job functions, you're very likely going to spend this to accomplish your hiring goal. Sure. So we want to make it easy to, education is a big part of this. So we want to make it simple.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. And earlier in this demo, you showed where you had entered your name and email address.
Right.
So you don't have to show us your email, but this same information was then emailed to you as well, right?
Correct.
So then you don't have to start copying this or printing it off or whatever. You can just take that email, see if that makes sense, and then forward it to your manager or whoever it is on your end that might also want to see this.
Correct. Yes. We sent you an email with a summary of the results that we're showing you on screen. So that's delivered to your inbox. You'll also have my contact details, a link to my Calendly if you want to book a demo, a 15-minute conversation about your results, about what affects the costs, ways to achieve, better costs, better efficiency. We want to make it simple. So book with me, send me an email. Let us know your feedback as well. If something doesn't make sense, you think it can be even simpler, we'd love to hear it.
Awesome. Well, this is great. It'll be really interesting to see how this tool evolves.
Right.
Over the coming weeks and months. one of our core values is continuous improvement.
Sure.
So people who are watching this, if you've got ideas, we are all ears.
We are.
Brad, thank you so much. This was fantastic.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate your time.